Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. This is the YouTube channel that will bring Chelsea fans the latest news of the club in our hearts. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Chelsea target Eli Wahia interested in Atletico Madrid move. According to Foot Mercato, Eli Wahia is unkeen on a move to Strasbourg in the case of a move to partner club Chelsea. However, the France youth international would be interested in a move to Atletico Madrid amidst interest from the La Liga club. El Equipe first revealed Atletico Madrid's interest earlier on Friday. The French publication earlier indicated that Chelsea were accelerating a deal to sign Wahia, although no offer had been submitted by the London club. Within this uncertain context, Atletico Madrid are trying to hijack the deal and have made contact with Montpellier. According to Foot Mercato, Wahia would be interested in a move following the La Liga club's concrete advances. However, Chelsea are still in contact with Wahia's representatives whilst they try to find an agreement with Montpellier over a transfer. Should he make the move to Stamford Bridge, Wahia wouldn't be keen on a loan move to Strasbourg, who share the same owner, Blueco. James joins Chelsea's preseason squad in America. James did not travel with the squad because of illness, but boss Mauricio Pochettino confirmed after the 5-0 win over Wrexham in North Carolina that the England defender was expected to fly out. Chelsea are next in action on Saturday, when they face Brighton in Philadelphia. "I think he's flying soon. I think he'll be with the team soon," Pochettino said, and James duly arrived on Friday morning. Pochettino praised Chelsea's youngsters after a comfortable win in his first match in charge. Academy product Ian Maatsen scored twice and a number of other young players featured for the Blues. New signing Christopher Nkunku scored on his debut, and there were also goals for Conor Gallagher and Ben Chilwell. Deal agreed for Aubameyang to join Marseille. Chelsea and Marseille have agreed a deal for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to join the French side. The two clubs have been in negotiations and the striker's move will now be completed. He will sign a 3-year contract. It will end a brief and unsuccessful spell at Chelsea for the former Arsenal man. He was signed from Barcelona last year but has started just 5 Premier League matches for the Blues and was left out of their Champions League squad last season. Aubameyang was brought in by Thomas Tuchel, having previously played under him at Borussia Dortmund. But Tuchel was sacked as Chelsea boss soon afterwards, and Aubameyang has been surplus to requirements since. Andre Santos offers potential solution to Chelsea's midfield conundrum. Since the turn of the year, the following central midfield players have left Stamford Bridge: Jorginho, Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic, N'Golo Kante, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It has been a drastic overhaul and it has left Pochettino with few options in the heart of the pitch. For this trip to the US, Pochettino's midfield options consist of Enzo Fernandez, age 22, Conor Gallagher, 23, Carney Chukwuemeka, 19, Andre Santos, 19, Cesar Casadei, 20, and Lewis Hall, 18. There is not much depth or experience there, and it is no surprise that Chelsea are pushing so hard to sign Moises Caicedo from Brighton. In the meantime, Pochettino will need at least one of those young midfielders to be ready to compete in the Premier League. Of those 4 youngsters, it is perhaps Santos who is the most likely to make the breakthrough. The Brazilian is a highly rated talent and he was one of the most impressive players on the pitch against Wrexham, when his clever positioning and accurate passing allowed Chelsea to dominate the ball. He sat at the base of the midfield, controlling the flow of the match. Santos joined Chelsea for £18 million from Vasco da Gama in January, but then rejoined the Brazilian side on loan after failing to secure a work permit. Chelsea have high hopes for the midfielder and, in the stifling of Chapel Hill, it was easy to see why. Chelsea eye shock striker transfer. Mauricio Pochettino looks to have made a very important decision regarding Chelsea's summer search for a striker. Regarding potential attacking acquisitions, the Blues had been linked with Dusan Vlahovic, Lautaro Martinez, Paulo Dybala, and Victor Osimhen, but a late push in the window for one of those options appears highly unlikely. The Serie A quartet have all been linked with exits from their respective clubs, with Chelsea keeping tabs on all 4, although nothing official was ever sent. 8 summer arrivals have been sealed thus far, and the 2 senior additions have been made in the front line, with Christopher Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson joining for a combined £82 million. Yet links were still prominent to strikers across Europe. However, it was revealed by transfer guru Fabrizio Romano there was only a Vlahovic appreciation in West London. Instead, Pochettino would be focusing on giving opportunities at the tip of his attack to Jackson and Armando Broja. The 21-year-old was left off the USA preseason tour to continue his recovery from a serious knee injury at Cobham, but he could still feature prominently in the 2023-24 season. Although the Blues aren't actively in search of a striker, a new name has emerged on their wish list, according to journalist Simon Phillips, via his Substack. Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins has become a fresh striker target for Chelsea. It is however noted that pulling off the deal would be a challenge, but there is definitely interest from the capital. Arsenal have also been linked with a move for the former Brentford man in recent windows, but are now well stocked in the natural number 9 position. Unai Emery helped guide Villa back to European football on the final day of the season, and their summer business thus far indicates a team ready to crash the Big Six. Magnificent player directly tells his manager to sell him to Chelsea. Now, according to journalist Ben Jacobs in Court Offside, Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo is desperate to move to Chelsea in the summer transfer window. The Ecuador international midfielder has directly told manager Roberto De Zerbi and senior members of the Brighton hierarchy that he wants to join Chelsea. The Caicedo camp are now encouraging Brighton and Chelsea to hold face-to-face talks in Philadelphia to try and thrash out a deal, added the report. It is understood Caicedo's agent is also prepared to fly in and exert pressure on behalf of his client. Brighton are reportedly looking for £100 million for Caicedo, while Chelsea are willing to pay £70 million for the 21-year-old, described as magnificent by former Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur midfielder Jamie Redknapp on Sky Sports Premier League. I believe that Moises Caicedo will eventually end up at Chelsea. In my view, it is only a matter of time before Brighton and Hove Albion sell the youngster to Premier League rivals Chelsea in the summer transfer window. Caicedo clearly wants to leave Brighton now. It is hard to see the Seagulls keep a player against his wish, while it is unlikely that Chelsea will pay as much as £100 million for the Ecuadorian star. Perhaps a deal could be made for between £80 million and £90 million. Both Chelsea and Brighton need to come to a compromise. Caicedo made 34 starts and 3 substitute appearances in the Premier League for Brighton last season. The 21-year-old scored 1 goal and gave 1 assist in those games. Chelsea would be a better team with Caicedo in it. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.